Hey everyone. So this is part 2 of a demo to create a to-do app using SlashDiv. In part 1 we saw how you can create the app bar. In this part we are going to see how you can create the sidebar. So let's get started. First, select document root to which we are going to add the sidebar. Material UI provides a component called the drawer that allows you to display the sidebars. So select drawer, got added to the document root. Now let's add a paper element to the drawer to hold our content. Then we're going to make the variant of the drawer to be permanent so that it's displayed always. For the size of the paper, let's use the width of the sidebar here, which is 250 pixels. Let's make the width of the paper 250 pixels. And we're going to make the height to use the entire vertical viewport. So we've added the paper. By default, the paper is not square. So let's make it square and change the elevation to 0 so we don't see any shadows. What you will notice is that the paper is displayed above the app bar, when in our design we want the app bar to show above the paper. So to fix this, select the app bar and we're going to set the Z index of the app bar to be higher than drawer's Z index. The default drawer Z index in Material UI is 1200. So you can go ahead and set it to be higher. That fixes it. So now we're going to add the list of selectors that have been displayed here. So we can add to the paper a list component. So data display has a list component. Let's go ahead and add that. To the list component, we're going to add one list item. So Material UI provides several properties that you can configure for your display. For this demo, we're just going to use the text list item. So enable the text item and you'll see that a list item text got added to the list item. The only issue is we're not seeing the today, and the reason is that the app bar hides the paper. So you need to set a padding to the paper so that all the elements of the paper gets displayed underneath the app bar. So let's add a padding of, let's say, 80px. And now you can see that our list item text is displayed here. So we want to center this item. So a simple way to do that is to set the text align property for the list item to center. And that centers our today. Also, this is just a plain text list. We want this to be a selectable list. So list item in Material UI has an option to make this a button. So enabling this button makes this a selectable button, as you can see, and it highlights once you hover on it. So that's it. So we have one of our list items. Let's go ahead and make 3 more copies for this demo and rename them to match our Figma design to today, this week, and this month. Okay, so we have our list of selectors. In our design, you can see that in order to highlight that something is selected, we want that to be, in black color. And if you want to show that other options which are not highlighted, the text is shown in 999. So let's go to today, select the styles, and set that color to the font. Okay, so now today is now shown in a de-highlighted color. This week and this month need to mimic the style of today. So SlashDiv provides a very easy manner in which you can make this link. So select this week and you see an option called link to component. If you link the styles of a particular component to another, both these components now start sharing the same style. So any changes you make to one of the styles will get reflected to all the components that are linked together. So in this case, let's go ahead and link this week to today. The order is important. So select the link and it says select the component to which you want to link this component. So in this case, we want this week to link to today. So let's select today. And now this week is now linked to today. So similarly for this month, select the link to component and select either this week or today. It doesn't matter. So now all three components now have the same set of styles. So whatever changes you make in the styles of one of the components will get reflected in all three components. So let's just quickly try something. Maybe make the border solid, and you see that all three components now have the same set of styles. If you want to remove a particular CSS style that you've set, the CSS styles are listed below. Just clicking on the X removes the styling there. Okay, so the last part is we need to set the background color of this paper to match our design. So in this case, the background is set to FC, FC, FC. So let's select our paper and set the background to FC, FC, FC. Maybe you want to move this list down a bit, so you can set a margin to maybe 40 or 60. Okay. So that is our sidebar that exactly mimics what has been done on Figma.